Hi, I'm Peter VanRysdam, one of the founding partners at 352, and thank you for joining us today for Noodles and Doodles. And if you've watched in the past, you've seen us teach you about everything from web design and search engine optimization to how to be a Scrum Master, how to work in teams, a lot of great things like that. You might recognize me from the Nerf Gun episode, but today I'm going to talk about something really important and something that you can put into use at your job today, assuming that you don't work at 352. And that is maximizing inefficiency. I should point out it's not something that I do at 352. I'm a very hard, committed worker, and it's something I would more use at a job if you say it's a dead-end job and something you're not really that into and you're maybe learning about these other skills. You can come over to a company like 352 in the future. This is ways you can look really busy and impress your coworkers. So there's two main elements of maximizing inefficiency. The first is getting out of things, and we're going to talk about how to do that. And the second, of course, here is looking busy. So how to, when you have all that free time from getting out of things, how you can fill that time and actually look busy. So let's talk about first getting out of things. The first step you want to do is just don't be a hero, okay? What's going to happen in a lot of cases, someone will send out an email, the boss will send out something, hey, can somebody give me a hand with this? Can someone go to this event? And all you got to do, just sit back and wait. Because if you give it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, one of those eager go-getters is going to go ahead and email and say, I'll do it, I really want to help. And then all you have to do is have your email ready. So immediately after that email goes out, send yours saying, oh, I was going to do it, but I see that John has already volunteered. Let me know if I can help. Obviously, John's not going to ask for your help. So don't be a hero. Someone else is going to step in. And another way to get out of things is to boost other people's egos. So let's say you wait 5-10 minutes, nobody else replies, so you've got to say something. They know you're in the office. So what you're going to want to do is say, you know, I'd do it, but I really think Mary is really good at that, so maybe she should do it. And so you're going to boost Mary's ego. She's going to be happy about that and eager to step in and do it. Again, you've gotten out of it. Offer to help. She's not going to take you up on it either. So now that you've got all this free time, you want to look busy. There's a lot of different ways to do that. The first way, and really my favorite, and from my mentor, I would say, George Costanza summed it up best in Seinfeld when he talked about how looking annoyed can really help people just assume that you're busy. And let's just take a real quick look at that clip.
Right now I sit around pretending that I'm busy.
How do you pull that off?
I always look annoyed. Yeah, when you look annoyed all the time, people think that you're busy. Think about it.
Yeah, you do. He looks very busy.
I know what I'm doing. In fact, Mr. Wilhelm gave me one of those little stress dolls. All right, back to work.
So obviously, as you can see, George looked busy. No one's going to mess with him, and we all know George actually didn't do anything at work, my hero. One of the next things you can do is set up some automatic emails. So I'm not talking about like automatic replies, but instead you want people to think you're busy, so you can actually time emails to go out in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. on a Saturday, on a Sunday, holidays, and so people will assume you're working hard. You can do it in Outlook very easily. In the Options tab, you can actually schedule an email. There's a plugin called Boomerang for Gmail that you can use as well. You can schedule emails to go out anytime you want. So another great way to make people think you're very busy. Costanza's car. We already mentioned George here and Look Annoyed. George Costanza had another great plan that actually he kind of stumbled into accidentally. His car, he locked his keys in his car when he was working for the Yankees. George Steinbrenner comes and sees the car is still there when he leaves at night, sees the car is there when he gets in the morning, assumes George is the last one out, the first one in, and really praises him for his hard work. Now, didn't work out in the end. They thought George was dead. You want to make sure you clean off the car if you're going to do something like that, so you don't get all the Chinese food menus like George did on the car that shows that you're not actually using it. But something like that, if you can utilize public transportation, or even don't come in for a few days, but people will think you're still there. Also, kind of the same way about sending out the automatic emails to show people that you've been working really hard at off hours. You can set off the alarm at the office. So what I'll do, what I've heard done is you'll come in sometimes on a Saturday for 5 or 10 minutes, set off the alarm in the building, the security alarm, and in our office, what happens is the CEO gets a phone call from the security company. he'll call the office in and you answer and go, oh, I'm so sorry, my brain is just so frazzled looking at the computer screen all day. I'm sorry, I set off the alarm. They're going to assume you were there all day working hard. And you can do this at all hours of the night. Just one thing to be careful about, like our office has a key card system, and it actually tracks when people come in and out, so they can look at that kind of thing. So make sure if you're going to do that, come in earlier in the day and then sneak out and then come back in later and do the alarm thing. When someone actually comes to your desk and wants to see that you're working, that can be pretty dicey when you have Facebook up or other things like that. Hackertype.net is a great site for this, especially for coders, designers and programmers and people like that. Basically, you can just kind of hit the keyboard like this, and it's just putting code up on the page, so it looks like you're writing that code. So you can just be hammering away as quickly as you want. It's putting up fake code. Anyone looking over your shoulder, unless they really get close and read that code and understand it, they're going to think that you're hard at work. Last tip works really well in our office is a headset. You have the headset with the mic, and we use Skype for a lot of different calls. And so someone comes up, they've got papers in their hand, they're going to ask you to do something. All you do is just, I'm sorry. Just point to the headset and then say something like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm still here. And they will assume that you are on a Skype call or doing something very important there. So always have the headset on. That's a great way to get out of things. So along those lines, you always want to have excuses ready when people come up to you, because you might not always have your headphones on, and they might see you with your feet up or come up behind you and see different things on your screen. So let's talk about a couple of things here that work in our office. Your code is compiling. If you're a programmer, it's something you're definitely used to. You know, code's compiling. You got 10, 15 minutes to kill while you're waiting, to work on that code. So code's compiling is a great one. Again, always have some code up though on the screen that you can point to. The server is rebooting. You can't do any work when the server's down, or your computer is rebooting. You can, quick have the kill switch there ready to go to reboot it. Let's say you get caught watching a YouTube video. This is a great opportunity to show how tight you are with your clients. Oh, my client sent me this video, and I just got to write back and tell them how good it was before I get back to work. So always have that one ready. Another great one that was suggested is you want to move around a little bit in the office, see some new places. Go sit in a conference room. Just turn the phone on speaker. When someone walks by, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just waiting for the client to call in. So you can just be sitting there at the conference table, just waiting for the client to call in. That'll probably get you a few hours in the day. So these are some great excuses to have ready. I'm sure you can think of some of your own that work for your industry, as these couple work really well in our business. But these are ways to get out of things. And just as a great example of all this, I took 3 days to put this together. So and even better, I could have drawn this whole thing, but I actually said to Jennifer, who's one of our Scrum Masters, I said, you're really good at drawing, so maybe you should do it. And here you go. So I just walk in here after 3 days of working on this, and it's all set to go. So I hope you've learned something and can use it in your job, how to maximize inefficiency. And thanks a lot, and we'll look to see you on more of our posts very soon.